territory of the Gadarenes. Two demoniacs who were coming from the tombs met him. They were so savage that no one could travel by that road. They cried out, "What have you to do with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torment us before the appointed time?" Some distance away, a herd of many swine was feeding. The demons pleaded with him, "If you drive us out, send us into the herd of swine." And he said to them, "Go then." They came out and entered the swine, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the sea, where they drowned. The swineherds ran away, and when they came to the town, they reported everything, including what had happened to the demoniacs. Thereupon the whole town came out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they begged him to leave their district. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
In this gospel passage, it might kind of strike us as odd or surprising that the townfolk just told Jesus to get out of town after he had performed this amazing exorcism, if you will, of the demoniacs. They could not really see Jesus and the significance of the liberation that he had brought about in these men. They could only see probably the economic loss. Is this guy going to be leading all our swine and other herds down steep banks to die and leave us paupers? They couldn't see past their fears, their insecurities, and their self-interests. They didn't give a whit about the demoniacs, but they cared a lot about the swine. It should make us question ourselves. What are we truly valuing? What do we truly treasure? Do we value our economic well-being over the health and the well-being of others? Are we more afraid about our losses than about the freedom that Jesus can bring about in each one of us? And that often calls us to free ourselves of what is indeed holding us back and not allowing us to live a life of faith and holiness. In the story of Abraham and Hagar and Ishmael, it might go, unperceived that she was ready to die and did not want to face her child's death. She was so overcome by distress and fear that she had given up, knowing full well that God was with her and with her child. That despite everything, this was a blessed child whose future the Lord himself had guaranteed. And so she was blind. She was blind to the well that was right there, because only after she accepts God's word does she actually see that there was a well of water. Jesus is that well of water, of living water for each one of us. We can be blinded by fear and insecurities or greed, or whatever it might be. and not see that what we are being promised by the Lord is far greater than what we might sacrifice or need to give up in order to drink from that well of his grace, of his goodness, mercy, and forgiveness. On this day, let us ask the Lord that we may not be blinded, that we may always see him and experience his presence and care and protection as we journey on our life, that we may indeed thirst only for him and seek only him.